Good morning and welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Friday, almost said February, April 29th. We are in... Uh-oh. I can give you mine as long as you don't genieize my computer. Jeannie's concerned she forgot her computer. Did you didn't like leave it at the you didn't leave it at the doctor's or anything, right?
I didn't take it with me.
Okay. So, update on the on service. We are wait, what? No, I'm not trying to create an event. We are telling folks at this point that we are 3 weeks out on service. I think we're probably closer to 2 weeks, but
Okay, I'll figure it out.
but I'd rather tell you 3 weeks and have it be
Good
2
morning.
weeks than the other way around.
Good morning. All right. I totally forgot everything.
Wait, no, you grabbed your computer. You grabbed that like clear Kimberbell thing full of stuff. Like,
I grabbed the Kimberbell thing because once again, I'm dreaming of quilting through the seasons, and what? I'm doing a sew along on Monday. The only question, I had to wear my hat.
What'd you do to your face, baby?
What's wrong with it?
You have like a scratch.
I think it's Poppy. She is so rough, and she's so scary. We can't. We thought about.
She doesn't jump at me the way she jumps at you anymore because I was like, "Kada!"
I think Patrick's like, you need to karate chop her in the throat.
She's
wild.
She will not give up, and she's like this at Jeannie's face all the time.
And she
was doing that to me too. So whenever she would go to do that, I'd be like, "Bada!" like right in the throat. I wasn't trying to hurt her, but like she definitely didn't like it, and then she stopped.
Yeah, because I've got a big scratch that's from Poppy, and then this whatever on here is from her. And remember we talked about the torpedo flying at you? So
she's like a 40-pound missile.
She's so strong. And this morning, like we have to. What do you guys use? She wants to be in the front seat. She wants to be with the passenger. She wants to be on my lap. And so the whole time we have to put our arm back to like block her.
And then like she thinks you're not paying attention and she goes to like run and jump up there.
Yeah.
I'm like totally hurting my shoulder.
She's like a deer. She like leaps over.
Which is dangerous in a moving vehicle.
It's very
to have a 45-pound dog leaping.
And then we're fighting.
She's been through
her.
puppy training. Yeah, the crazy thing is, like, she's good on command. Her recall is excellent. But she's like,
everything else
she
doesn't
take no for an answer. Like it doesn't. I said something to the breeder, and the breeder was like, I am not. We were having problems. For those of you who have followed the saga of Poppy. I at one point called the breeder and was like, I think I'm going to give her back. And then she talked to the other families that had gotten dogs from that pairing. And she's like, I'm never going to breed that male again.
Yeah, she said the puppies are chewing through the walls.
She goes, these are puppies that are chewing through walls. And like, that's the crazy thing is like her level of energy, like she's 1.5, so she's still a puppy, but like her level, you look at her and you're like, hey Poppy, and she's like Like
well, you know,
her
dogs
level
like
of
that.
energy is just berserker.
And her level of so when we had a husky and a short hair, and we worked with a trainer with them, and they wore neckties, which was like some people might think this is cruel, but they were
on
so
chokes.
They
all
had
the time.
chokes with a little lead, and then if we'd be like, no, there'd be like a correction. There's no correction for Poppy.
Well, no, because she doesn't care about corrections. And they, like, even the trainers that we worked with had worked with her with small children. And
that's what I said to Patrick, a seatbelt. I think we need a seatbelt.
The trainer was like, she's incredible, meaning, like, it's so weird because she's so good on recall and she's so smart. But she was working with her for a half an hour, and she's like, she totally knew what we were doing, but even at the end of the half an hour, she didn't care. Like, as soon as we were not, like, essentially on direct command, she was right back to her old behavior.
Yeah. I think in the house she needs she's been through she's been through
she has a stim collar now. You know, it was funny because, like, I always say karate chop in the throat. That's not really what I'm talking about. But I'm like, it got to the point where I was so sick of her, like, flying at my face, which is, like, really
dangerous.
Well, but, like, it was really sweet because she's, like, excited to come over and see you. But I'm like, no, she just, like, so scary. I literally was
dangerous and scary.
Literally just kind of, like, putting my hand out and uncomfortably steering her with her trachea.
No. Oh my god.
But like, she doesn't really jump at my face. I don't know if you've noticed.
Well,
she does not jump at my face like she jumps at yours. Like, and if I cough or if I sneeze.
As she's coming to me, I put my hands up like this to block her.
And like, so she doesn't do that to me anymore.
Oh my god.
But it's just we're just, I don't know.
We haven't been consistent, or
perhaps your first mistake is mistaking her for a dog. Maybe she thinks she's a person.
She does. She thinks it's a child. But this is as she flies at me in the bed, she takes one leap and then the other one, and then I put my hands up like this to protect myself. This is horrible. Let's not talk about it anymore.
So
okay,
you did have
we sound
our breeder,
like horrible dog parents.
Our breeder in Vegas at one point, like, we were uncomfortable with the idea of corrections.
Those dogs were so good.
And those dogs were super good. But he was like, yeah, a mama dog doesn't correct her baby dog with treats. Like, that's not how it works. and
we need a mama dog to come train Poppy.
And it's funny because those dogs were so good.
They were really, really good.
They were so good.
They would just, like, you put them in their place and they would just, yeah. Anyhow, okay.
Well, so that doesn't matter too, because then all you're training her to do is, like, she turns her back to her.
This isn't bad.
But she just jumps up and, like, attacks her back. And she's not attacking. She's just, like,
she's
excited.
enthusiastic.
But she's not jumping on me that really anymore. And when I tell her no, because she was getting the cha-cha, like, right to the trach.
You know, we do need to, because there's no correction right now in the house. And
there is correction. There's no correction from this one in the house.
Because the worst thing right now is counter surfing. She is on that counter nonstop. Because
she got a complete salad.
Oh, she got a salad the other night. And I put it, like, high. I think it was a group effort with
every
and Momo.
Now and then Momo.
Because Momo's taller. He's much taller. And so he'll get on the counter and then, like, on his back and push up and grab it with his.
He was eating snap peas at one point. Like, at one point, like, I don't really leave the dogs alone. Like, if I can't see them, I'll bring them into the room with me and shut the door, and then they relax because there's not as many distractions. But the one day, like, they left the room, and I was like, It had been a couple of seconds, and somebody had been eating snap peas.
That'd be me.
And left them on the counter in the middle of the counter.
And did I cut the bag down?
You had cut the bag.
I
open.
I don't like my hand going deep into a greasy bag. So once it gets low, I cut half the bag off, the top off.
And so, and so I walked around the corner because I'm like, for a couple seconds, I couldn't hear them. Like normally they go and get water or whatever. And like, I couldn't hear them. So I get up and I walk over and I look out, and Momo's like got his back against the counter because he'll stand up and put his back against the counter. And then he leans backwards because he can reach further. And then he was biting like 4 or 5 snap peas at a time. And then he'd lean forward and like 2 or 3 snap peas would fall out. And Poppy would get those on the floor and then he would eat those. So I was laughing so hard that I watched this for a second. And then I went and I took the bag and I put it away. And then the next time Jeannie went to eat the snap peas, she was like, oh, that one was wet. Like, I'm like, oh my God.
What? Because I like it. I like easy access. As I'm walking through the kitchen, I just want to walk and grab one and then keep walking and come back and grab one. I don't have to unroll, reach it, and seal. I'm the worst dog mom.
She is the worst dog mom.
Because I do block Poppy like this, but then I grab her and then I cuddle her.
And then she kisses her and cuddles her.
We're cuddling and kissing.
How
so
about
she's rewarded for this horrible behavior.
She tears up dirty tissues.
Out of the trash or anywhere, or maybe I blew my nose and put it on the nightstand.
Maybe she puts dirty tissues in places.
She's man. But I just love her. I just love her to bits because she's so cute and she's so full of love. With everything, she's just full of it. Like full of love, full of vim and vigor, full of mischief, just full of whatever
The breeder's
it is.
like, she sounds really naughty.
She's pretty naughty.
And it just puts into perspective how good Momo is.
Not
Although
as
Momo
bad.
Momo got a steak once.
How bad were the Griswolds? I don't remember that. I'm sure you do from Wally World.
What, the dog was dead, right? Didn't
I don't know.
Or, no, it was the grandmother who died.
Oh my God, I can't believe you would get the grandmother confused with the dog.
They tied her and put her on the roof.
For the trip?
Yeah. You don't remember they wrapped her in a blanket and they like tied her
Chevy
to the roof?
Chase?
Yeah.
You couldn't make a movie like that now. It'd be called Breaking Bad. Wouldn't be like Family Vacation. So, okay.
Oh, that's right.
You remember?
They were so happy the dog was dead because he was such a pain in the butt. But then the guy was like, he probably ran for a while and tried to keep up.
Oh my God, that's horrible. Is that what happened? They chained him to the bumper?
They tied him to the bumper and they forgot he was there and they drove off.
I don't think the millennials wouldn't laugh at that joke now. But
And
in
then-
the 80s,
and then the police
we
officer pulled
thought
him
that was
over.
funny. We thought that was funny in the 80s. We were hardcore. Yeah. Anyhow.
We thought all kinds of stuff was funny in the 80s.
Yeah, you couldn't make movies like that now. And some of it's not funny. I don't know if
Some
any
of it now you watch now and you're like, wow, I can't believe we laughed at that.
Do you know how
I was talking to my kids at like when we had that dinner party, they were talking about a kid. I mean, special needs is not totally well, I guess there's a kid in their dorm that I mean, he's a unique kid. He's kind of a special needs kid. And I was like, I love that about your generation, that like you as a group of kids are all looking out for this kid and you're tolerant
Yes.
of his issues and you help him with those issues. Because I was like, I don't know if my generation would have been like that. Like, I think my generation would have made this kid's life pretty difficult.
So the boy that Violet's going to be living with next year.
We don't need to talk more specifically.
But I just think it's really, he
goes out of his way to take care of this kid.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
and I love that. Or explain to him what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And our generation, we would have never have done
that. No, we never would have.
Right?
We would have made his life pretty difficult.
Yeah.
So I love that about this generation.
We do love that.
When people talk about having no faith for the world, I'm always like, I have faith because my kids are better people than we were. So
I don't know if that they're as hardy as we were though.
No.
Right? So, so what was I going to say? I can't remember. But, yeah, I think, I don't know if you've tried to watch, you know how you're nostalgic about movies that you watched and that you loved, and then you try to watch them with the kids now, 16 Candles. I try to watch that with the kids. I was like, God. I love this movie, and the first scene is every movie from the 80s is all about boobs. It's all about the boobs. Yeah. It's
literally a shower scene.
It's a shower scene, and her boobs, and almost the lights from the heavens is shining down on her chest, the angels are singing, and
that was just me.
Patrick, that was Patrick in the room next to us singing, shining the light down on the boobs. But yeah, it's still some of those movies are still fun to watch. I think Breakfast Club was.
Breakfast Club is still awesome.
Yeah, and I don't know. The movie that we were watching last night had Molly Ringwald in it.
What?
Bear. So we were watching Bear
Molly Ringwald's in that?
Yeah, and the next episode she starts out.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I wanted to be Molly Ringwald. I wanted to be the Korean Molly Ringwald. She was the coolest.
Was she?
She was so... Did the boys not think she was so cool?
I don't know.
I thought she was so cool. And I used to have a scrapbook, and I would... and I think I used to get that magazine Teen, and I would... What?
Really?
Yeah.
I always wondered who read this stuff.
I thought she dressed so cool, and she had all the bracelets, all up and down her arms.
Fresh out of Benetton or something.
Yes, I thought she was so cool.
Okay.
Anyway, let's talk about something real.
Let's actually talk about stuff. What do we have to talk about?
Oh, so I will be. I show you this stuff, and then it's not up yet. Karen came in yesterday, and she's got a couple sew-alongs. So we're going to be doing 2 different sew-alongs. I just ordered all this stuff for zippy bags because I know we did that last year, but we're going to do it again. So don't go on and order this stuff yet. I ordered everything from Riley Blake. Did you know there's a Zippy Bags 3 coming out? So that's going to be coming out too. And I'll put everything up. But I didn't realize it, but Zippy Bags, the big one, fits your pop rulers perfectly. Yeah. Yeah, so if you have pop
that's
rulers.
By design.
No, it's not. Zippy Bags.
It was just a happy accident.
Yeah. And when Karen does her class, she's going to do finishing your Zippy Bags lined, and then also with the serger. Because I know a lot of people are getting sergers. It's the perfect project to use your serger. I think when I did it, I put the zipper in. I think I put the zipper in with the serger. I'm pretty sure. And finished it with the serger. So that's going to be coming up. We have a couple sew-alongs. Well, how should I post the sew-alongs? Should it go on the how are we doing that? Maybe
which sew-alongs?
I think I'll put them up. We're doing a whole bunch of
we're doing them exactly as we have been. We're doing them.
But where do we post
YouTube.
So that they know that they're coming up? Well, I think what we'll do is we'll put them on the website, so it'll go on the calendar, but you're not going to be able to sign up for it. and then we'll put the supply list with it. Can we do that? And then make it so it's not sign-upable?
Yeah.
And it'll still go on the calendar? I don't know if it goes on the calendar if you don't put it in Book That App. You know.
We can
you
probably,
don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't do any of that. And we'll send it to Christine and she can add it to the weekly newsletter. Okay, so Zippy Bags is coming up. Happy accident. And then she's also doing, okay, how many of you love Log Cabin? Do you just love Log Cabin? Because there is a creative grid ruler, and this is going to be a free sew along too. This is going to be the wonky. Isn't this so pretty? Here, you grab one end. Isn't this so pretty? And it's jelly. It's a jelly roll too. So we're gonna get some jelly rolls, and then this will go up. And I mean, Karen said the sewing.
What
part,
makes this a log cabin? How do you define a log cabin?
Well, this is wonky log cabin because the shapes are irregular. But it would be like, you know, log cabin where it has the with the straight,
blocks?
the straight lines and everything. So jelly roll. So if you have a jelly roll that you've been wanting to use and you haven't been able to find a project, it's so easy to turn this into a quilt too. There is a special ruler, and I'll put that up. We'll do that at a special price, the Creative Grid Wonky Ruler. But Karen's going to do this. She's going to do two parts, and it's going to be a free sew-along. She's going to do the top with you, and then she's also going to do clear blue tiles for the quilting. So she'll do clear blue tiles for the quilting, the binding, and putting it all together. Is it? I know. The fabric is fantastic. So we'll get some jelly rolls. We'll get the ruler. And this, I think, is going to be in May. And then she also is doing, can you recap the, she's also doing the, it's going to be the July, 4th of July panel, the pillow panel. So we have all of that on the calendar. We'll add it all next month.
So the, somebody asked about a lesson on a 6 needle, and so I think it was
Tiger
Francine. So I don't have a 6 needle in the store. Like, in theory, we could do a Zoom lesson on a 6 needle. I will have a gently used 6 needle in the store that I will be selling for an amazing price, but it would have to be when I had a 6 needle in the store that we could do something like that. So as of right now, like, we couldn't schedule something like that immediately, but we might be able to do something like that in May when we have that 6 needle. Somebody asked about where was it?
So Christmas event is, I think you're talking about the gingerbread Christmas.
The gingerbread.
The Kimberbell. We have nothing. I have nothing to show you except the little picture that is posted right now, which just says gingerbread Christmas. They haven't, I don't think they've released anything yet. But when they do, I'll find out from you guys, because you guys always tell me. So I don't even know. As soon as I have pictures of the projects, we'll put them up. But I can guarantee you, they are going to be cute. It is going to be absolutely adorable. Can you recap the Crab Apple Hill towels? I actually went home last night and sat down and I was working on it. I'll have a sample for you on Tuesday. And I'm going to have, I'm hoping, I told Patrick that I deserve a day. And he told me no. He deserves 2 days.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't hold me captive instead of the dogs. That's all I'm saying.
So he gets 1 day. What do you think of it? He gets 1 day where he just gets to do whatever he wants, and I watch the dogs.
It's not whatever I want. Like,
day,
my day starts with like a several mile hike with the dog.
And the second day, then they go in the crate.
Well,
all day
after I walk them like for an hour and a half in the morning.
Okay, anyways, you don't have to see this, because this is gonna get. There's gonna be some. I don't even know how to do that. Okay, anyways.
She's so scary.
I'm so not scary. But next week I will definitely on I was working on it. I was working on the I have like a little list of the order in which we're going to do something. But somebody was asking about the recap. And so you do need a machine with IQ Designer at Design Center. And it was so cool. I just took out the pattern. You forego the scanner. You forego although I think Destiny and Dream Machine people, you're gonna have to use your scanner. Nothing wrong with using the scanner, but I literally just took my my camera out. No, it doesn't even make a sound like that. Took the picture and sent it to the machine, and then started working on it. And it's gonna be like art class. Do you guys remember art class? How much fun that was? And we're gonna even be coloring with crayons. But it's gonna be art class, kind of on the computer. Zoom in, zoom out, mouse, drop a pixel, draw a pixel, and then dropping color, decide what kind of line property you want. So it's gonna be super, super fun. So
come on, moms.
We're gonna be doing in
Momo,
honor
come.
of my dog. No, I'm just kidding. Just because it says Poppy, we're gonna be doing that one.
Momo.
So it's gonna be stitching, and then we are gonna be coloring, and then we are gonna be setting it, and then you should just be able to like wash this tea towel. And sorry, Patrick. Sorry. Oh, Momo's in trouble. Okay, so I will put that up next week. And the other thing is, some of you have ordered kits. So kits for Michelle's class. Can you put something over his he loves to bark. So if you ordered Midnight Manor, the designs aren't going to be here until next week. So I'll ship it all out then.
Anybody want 2 dogs?
And then that's the giveaway today. And then also I'm going to try and send all of that together, because I know you might be signing up for all these 3 classes, maybe, if you want. And then so I'm going to probably send everything out at the end of next week, just to make sure I can just bundle everything and just charge you shipping for like one thing. So hopefully that answered the question. Gail, yes, I think you could use scraps for that project. I think Karen said, if I recall correctly, this was just 6. So I think each one of these blocks, it was 6 strips from a jelly roll. So I was like, could we do like a junior jelly roll? But all the junior jelly rolls were just solid fabrics. They weren't like this. Okay, let me see if I missed anything. Is that going to be machine? Oh, regarding the discontinuing, will this affect the plans for the NQ3700D? I have no idea. I don't know if I haven't heard anything about that machine being discontinued or replaced. Patrick would probably know better than I do. Patrick, have you heard anything about the NQ37? No, I think that's probably going to just stay in the lineup. But we never know.
I don't think, I mean, their focus right now is on the new machine, and we haven't heard anything about any of the midline machines.
I was hoping it would be in machine embroidery. Betty, I'm not sure, what are you referring to to this, or are you referring to the wonky ruler? So, are you getting a Luminaire or waiting for the new model? Oh, okay, that wasn't for me. You guys are chatting amongst each other. I stick with my lead. Anything else that you can see there that I missed? Oh, the tea towel. It's not going to be, I mean, it's going to be embroidered. We're going to be embroidering that.
Okay, so if it's your favorite place, you gotta
Here
go.
it is. Here's like a close-up. We're going to be embroidering, but we're going to be coloring too. And Crab Apple Hill does a lot of stuff like that. So it's like I said, it's going to kind of be like art class. And who didn't love art class? I love art class. So it's going to be like a high-tech art class, and not too high-tech. Just the right amount of tech to kind of push you to learn something new, but not too much where you're going to be like, I can't do it. I'm going to take good care of you. Don't worry. We'll have a lot of fun. All right. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
We have a question.
Yeah, and it's going to be a serger question.
Yeah. So for those of you, if anybody's new, what's happening on this side right now is chat. Questions, Friday questions are answered down below. And you had a question about, is it virtual?
All our classes at this point are almost all virtual. We do a little bit in the store, but everything's virtual. Everything's recorded. If you can't make it to the class, then you'll get a recording of the class afterwards. Yeah, it'll be fun.
So, do we have a giveaway? I don't even think we've talked about a giveaway.
How about we give away, hopefully you're an embroiderer. Well, what if they don't have IQ? But, why don't...
I mean, that can't just be for IQ. Like, they could always do it.
I'm going to give away, I'll give away 2 things. We'll do this. This is the wonky ruler that you're going to need for this sew along. You're going to have to add fabric, but this is the
And there's
ruler.
no embroidery involved in that,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
I
well,
mean, she quilts
the
it.
quilt, she's going to do the quilting with clear blue tiles, and she's going to walk you through that. I think she's going to use the new set of clear blue tiles, the new expansion set. So we're going to give away this ruler, so you'll be all set for this sew along. So we'll give this away to our sewist. And then if you are if you're an embroiderer, we'll give away the pattern and the class. So this pattern and the class.
Wow. That's a good one.
Don't you think that's kind of fun?
So 2 giveaways.
Oh, and I still have
Choose.
Yeah. Why don't we let him choose? That's a great idea.
So we'll let you choose.
We still have this for Linda, Burr, and Susan. I haven't forgotten them.
And the question is, and I've never heard back from Susan. So if Susan,
If you're watching,
8628 or whatever the number was, you won last week, and you need to reach out to the store at 775-852-2323 to let us know who you are.
And Linda Burr, I still have your thing over here. I just need to pop it into it. We'll do that today too. We'll pop that in, and I'll give you a call because I think I have you.
And
Still on?
yeah,
We're
still
almost
on.
done.
So I am I can't think of how to word today's question. So the question is like multi-part, which is, do you have a serger? And if so, what do you use your serger for?
And if not,
And if not, why haven't you gotten a serger yet?
yes. So it's all about serging. If you have it, what do you do with it? If you don't have it, why not? So everyone can answer that question.
And once again, remember, questions are below and happen after the live stream ends. And then we do our giveaway on Tuesday. Answers must answer the question, correct?
Answer must answer.
So it can't just be, hi.
That's not going to win. We want to know what you're doing with your sergers, or if you don't have one, why not?
When are we selling you one? Yeah, that's the question, right? Like, if you don't have a serger, What's your phone number so I can call you and sell you one?
It's National Serger Month. It's the best time
National
to get a serger.
Serger Month. Crazy deals on the Baby Lock sergers with bundles and everything else.
All right.
And if you get them here, we're giving away
I added
all the classes.
Yeah, I think for those, if you haven't heard from me, I think oh, you know what? I had somebody reach out that's taking my serger class for the pillow, the zipper, the piping, the binding, and they were a little nervous about whether or not they were ready to take the class. Oh, Linda, I'll get your stuff ready if you're going to call me in an hour. And so I am doing reach out because I'm going to do a Serger 1 class, which is the basics. So when we sell a serger, you get two, well, depending on your serger. If you get a 4-thread serger, you get the basics, and I show you how to do a 4-thread, gathering, 3-thread, rolled edge, lettuce. We do a flat lock. We do, we do all the basic stitches that come on your sheet. And then if you get an 8-thread, we also do the, we do cover stitch, cover hem, wave stitch, and we do a safety. So I cover all of those with you. So if you're feeling like I don't want to make this class too full because it's serger and I feel like I need to give everyone enough attention, but I'll set up another one if we need it, or I have recorded classes that I can send to you too. So
and then remember, Joanne, to answer again down below. And yes, the Baby Lock sergers are a great deal right now, and we can help you with those.
All right. We'll see you next week. And Linda, I'm going to get your stuff packaged up right now.